along the shores of Lake Erie. The Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go from Cleveland. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
From the 31, here comes a second and a yard. Once again, it's Warren. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Second and 10.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's a Steeler first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Steeler first down.
He'll drop to throw. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Pickup of 6.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw yet again. This one complete to Washington. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. Here's second and 2. Here's a handoff to Warren. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Metcalf, the motion man. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead.
Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, from the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Get it!
On the ground, it's Quinshawn Judkins. Down the sideline, past the 45. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
Gain of 26 yards.
Break! 65 catch! Ready!
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Pass caught by Bond. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That's hot. It's Dylan Sampson. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
3rd, they need 8.
Ready?
Back to throw. Rolling to the left.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
His kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
on the ground. It's Warren to start the drive. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now from the gun. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
Metcalf left side, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First grab for Metcalf. Good for the 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the 1st down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
19 Lions. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Ready, ready.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Liking 18. Steady.
The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Escaping to his left. He's got the rookie 3rd-round pick, Harold Fannin. And they will bring bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Judkins. Nice throw by the rookie from Arkansas, and that's a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
Come on, come on.
They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal.
60 boxes.
Here's a designed run. And he will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
A gain of 10 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Got that open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch from contact.
And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Metcalf quickly on the RPO. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will up the lead to 5.
Browns 9.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. His ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
Warriors 70. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man. That is Bob. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
10 at the 47-yard line.
Mustang 19! Ready?
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That'll be taken in by Sampson.
Complete to Dylan Sampson. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Go.
Up the middle goes Judkins here. There he goes. Inside the 30. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 32
A big play at a critical juncture in this game. 32 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
70, get the wolf. Ready?
They run it once more with Judkins. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He's tackled at the
Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll work now on second and 4. Again, it's Judkins. And he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one.
Every rookie that finds themselves in the lineup, Mike, they're trying to make plays that keep them in the lineup. Continue to show your coaches they can trust you as a young player in this league, and he continues to make plays like this. He's going to find himself in the lineup more and more often as the year unfolds.
65.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Cleveland. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And this spectacular season continues. Now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number very few backs have reached in the history of the NFL. On the run to the right. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
14.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Room for run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins.
Broncos. Get it. 7 Pirates. 7 Lightning. 18.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions. And I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
That is hot, and he will score. Touchdown, Browns. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Velus Jones now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. first and 10. They'll set up to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll throw out of the gun. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This offense has to do a better job of generating chunk plays once he gets outside the pocket and they transition into scramble drill. Instead, nobody uncovers downfield. He forces a difficult throw, and luckily it falls incomplete.
Back to the air again on second and 10. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he will go all the way. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 16 on the year. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
On the jump. Here we go. Shot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Street. 65 catch.
Looking to throw here on second and 10. Checking it down. This one is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
14 yards on that pass play there. It's a Browns first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard
Back to
line.
60. Back to 60.
Back to throw. Sends a screen out wide. It's Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space, but keep that to a pretty modest gain.
A short one that is caught by Fanning. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
It's third down and 6.
Third and 6.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Steady.
They'll try the left side with Judkins. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal.
Come on, come on.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. This one caught at the 4. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Cleveland. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. Point after, coming up here. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2.
Alert! Attacking 18!
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Metcalf, the motion man. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
That's Washington, the man in motion. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. This is intercepted. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Cowboy 80! Ready, ready?
this looks like a design run. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now this time he'll set up to throw.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Come on, set. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Browns. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Washington. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
His throw left side is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with it.
1st down, Steelers.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll find his receiver. That's DK. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
15 more yards.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. the air one more time. Headed left, buying time. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. And that's going to bring it to third and goal. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one, taken in, middle of the end zone. Bayless Jones. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just one here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Come back, team! Come back! Red ball 80!
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's second down.
35-yard line.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Moving outside the pocket. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Cleveland.
Come on, come on!
They'll look to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So if this was an NBA game, Mike, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to give my guy a shot. And this time the defense had him covered, but expect him to continue to look his way. He's had a monster day.
Forced out wide. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
You know, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Highsmith.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Down the field, he's got Washington. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Jones. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.